Miss Chris Prime, looking very lovely and patriotic for the holiday.
It is. It's hard to believe that the unofficial start of summer is here.
Look at us. We're like patriotic head to toe. I love that. I love that. All right. So first of all, welcome back, Chris Prime. Lovely to see you. We adore you. This is. Let me get out of your way. I want you to get your one shot. There we go. Oh, perfect. All right. So what we're talking about is a 4-piece divider plate set. This is a direct result of customer request.
Yes, it is. Because we had a bigger one. Because a lot of you wrote in and said, I love your lock and locks, but guess what? When I store my stuff, I want to take it for lunch, or I don't want my food touching.
Yeah. Or how many of you have kids going, Mommy, I can't eat it if the potatoes are touching the gravy? I don't understand that. It's all going to the same place anyway. But, so you're getting 2 large and 2 medium with this, correct?
Right. So I'd say like the 2 large ones are like dinner size, and the 2 medium ones I'd say are luncheon sizes. And what we did with these, because it's still the same great lock and lock, it's easy to open and close one-handed. It still has this food-grade silicone seal in there, so it's still airtight and watertight when you're, storing it or you're putting it in the freezer, because these are still freezer safe. But what we did with the lock and lock container itself, we gave you handles. See these little handles on the opposite corners? Because we know it's BPA free, but we know as you warm things up in the microwave, the lock and lock does get hot. We also, right here, on opposite corners too, we put little feet on here, and there, see that all around? We did that, so now as you're heating in the microwave, the air can circulate this way, the air can circulate, or
That's
the heat.
very smart.
Right, so now it's gonna heat evenly, so you're not gonna get a hot spot on this side, a hot spot on that side, and stir it. So now it'll heat evenly, you have the little corners, so you can heat. And then once again, when you do heat up in the microwave, you have to make sure that seal is away, so either tip it to the side or tip it upside down when you heat in the microwave, because it is BPA free. And so once again, 2 of the luncheon sizes, and I'd say these are like 7 by 7, and 2 of the dinner sizes, and I think these are like 9 by 9.
Perfect. So we also have, now the containers themselves are clear, the lids are where the color is introduced.
Right.
So here's the red, obviously very popular. We'll start on this end, Judy, and I'll work my way down. That is still Judy up there, isn't it? Okay. This is mint, sapphire, capri blue.
Right.
This one is orange.
Yeah.
Most limited in the orange, only 100 left in the orange. This is violet. This is peach.
And peach is like a cloudy orange.
Correct. This is rose. And finally, I believe this is
Sangria?
Sangria, thank you. Excuse me.
Right? Is it
Sangria, you are correct.
Okay.
Sangria. So, they nest. There we are, my dear. I wasn't sure if that was still you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Judy is in my ear. Okay. So this is a great item if you've never shopped for with QVC before or with Lock and Lock before. Just call us on our toll-free number, and we'll get you all hooked up with this great set. So many people love divided trays.
They do. And then another thing, like David just said, this is also part of our nestable line. So all the large ones nest down, all the luncheon size ones nest down. So if you do buy more than one set, they will nest, and then the lids are interchangeable. So the large fit on the large, and the luncheon ones fit on the luncheon ones.
Now, I'm not so picky about food touching, but one thing I don't like, if I have packed a dinner at home to bring to work to eat later, I don't want all the food, kind of mixing and getting jumbled all together, because it might end up being a grand mess when I open my container later, right? So this is why I love having the little dividers, because then I put my mashed potatoes in one.
Yep.
I put my sliced turkey in another. Maybe I put the stuffing or the green beans in the third container. So that way when I open my container, it's not one big sloppy mess.
Right.
Now, in all likelihood, I'm going to dip the potatoes and the green beans together, and everything's going to get doused in gravy, but that's just how I roll. But I don't want it that way initially, because it's just a mess when you open up your container.
And I just want to show you this. So you can, because this does have a domed lid, so if you can just show this way, this does have a domed lid. So if you want to heap up your salad or your mashed potatoes or anything like that, see that? You can, because with that dome lid, you can put a lot extra if you want to eat a lot of salad that day, or a lot of mashed potatoes that day, or a lot of turkey and gravy that day, right? So you can do that with the dome lid. Or if you have a cupcake, you want to put the cupcake in there, then your frosting won't get squished.
Hey, let me update. 1,500 of these are gone, and if you'll come here, I'll just lift this out carefully.
Are you taking that away? Okay.
Has sold out.
That's my favorite, but peach is my
Miss
second,
Rebecca,
so I
here
guess
you are,
I
my
have to go to
darling.
peach.
Rebecca,
all right,
new
orange is gone.
Studio coordinator. She's fantastic. All right, so here it is in the mint, sapphire, capri blue, violet, now most limited.
Okay, violet.
This is called peach, rose, and sangria. So we'll get you all squared away for $17.98. Chris, this is an amazing price. Lock and Lock is always so affordable, but I think one thing that we really appreciate about this is that with this price, I might consider getting 2 sets.
Yeah.
Because then I'd have 4 dinner containers, I'd have 4 lunch containers, and if you're going to be going away to the beach for a week or a weekend,
Yep.
you're going to take meals down to the beach or to the park for a big cookout with all your friends and neighbors, maybe this is the kind of container you'll bring these kinds of meals in.
Yep, and I just want to show you this. If you are packing meals for somebody or if you're going to the beach or whatever, and you make your meals ahead of time, there is a little groove here. So if you are putting this in the refrigerator or the freezer, see, it'll stack up beautiful. So now if you are making meals for somebody or making ahead, and then with the body being clear, now you can look in there and say, oh, there's my chicken parm, oh, there's my fruit, oh, here's my rice and my salmon that I had left over. So you can do that. They stack up nice in the refrigerator and freezer. So if you do buy more than 1 set, and I'll stack the lettuce up here too and we'll show you. So if you do buy more than 1 set, and then these being a square, they don't take up a lot of room if you're stacking.
Forgive me if you mentioned this,
Okay.
because I was getting some updates in my ear, but I think if you're preparing meals for an elderly relative, maybe a shut-in that lives near you,
Perfect for
this
that.
could be something really
Perfect.
great, because when the meals are done, they can give you the containers back and you can refill them.
Yep.
They're also easy to wash. That's really great. How many are gone now, Stan? 3,000 are gone
Okay.
now, and 1,200 people waiting to place an order. Here's the red up top. This one's the
Okay,
red.
red.
There's the red. Then I've got it for you in mint, sapphire, capri blue, one of the most popular new colors we've done.
It is.
Most limited in the violet. How many? 500 left in the violet. Thank you, Stan. Here it is in peach, rose, and sangria. $17.98. You get all 4
Yep.
4 pieces, I should say,
So-
in the set.
Yep, so 2 dinner size, 2 luncheon size. And if you want to buy more than 1 set, let me pull these out again. You can keep adding to them because these are part of our nestable, so they don't take up a lot of room in your cabinet.
Which is awesome. Hey, Chris, your favorite thing?
Trivia!
Trivia.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
We are making my maple glazed bacon sliders with the homemade slaw.
And they look good.
I love slab bacon. All right, so your question has to do with bacon.
Okay.
People began eating bacon in the 1800s, the 1200s, 7,000 BC, or the 1900s. When did they begin eating bacon?
Okay, are we talking smoked? Are we talking cured with salt?
Any kind of bacon.
I'd say really early because that's how people used to store their food because they salted it to preserve it. I'll go the earliest one you said.
7,000 BC? That would be correct.
Yes!
According to WebMD, eating bacon dates back to 7,000 BC in the Middle East. Some historians say that bacon was a favorite of the early Romans and Greeks.
Oh, see, so that far back.
You are correct, though. One of the earliest ways to preserve food was salt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
then, I
salt
mean,
is a
because
great
then they used to
preserver.
cut that off and they considered that bacon because it was cured.
Exactly. All right, my darling. Well, I see you soon.
I'll be back with you on Wednesday night,
Uh-huh.
and then 3-hour shows on Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, so
All right.
I'll be here.
In the meantime, we're going to remind you coming up, and boy, is it beautiful outside. Check this out. Our second one-day only value, that's a live outdoor shot outside our studios. Mark Charles is showing you the Easy Storage. Thank you, Chris. The Easy Storage 2-piece